Robot Kingdom has posted the new packaging pictures of the Transformers versus Street Fighter line. As we speak of this instant, these have started shipping out. So probably by the time you're hearing my voice, you will have your Street Fighter Chun Li in hand from Arcee. So we have some beautiful photos here now of what the packaging looks like, and I love the choice that they made of how to do the packaging for this, where they pretty much, if you don't, I almost don't want to remove the characters from the boxes, because how they did it was they would put the characters in their iconic special move poses. So you'll have, like, in the box, you have Rod Rodimus, aka Ken, doing a Shoryuken, while Arcee Chun-Li is doing the spinning bird kick.
Yeah.
Or you'll have, like, Ryu Convoy doing the fireball, while Megatron Vega, aka M Bison, is doing the Psycho Crusher. And even on the back of the box, it has a whole story and everything, which I'm going to translate in the future for everybody. So I'll translate both all the bios and everything here. But what's cool is on the back of the boxes, they actually show also all the different poses of all the different moves. So whether it be the lightning kick from Chun Li, the spinning bird kick, or Keikoken fireball, it's all shown. It's like they're showing you, here's how you could do it with the character, like with the actual toy, and here's how it looked in the game using screenshots from what looks like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So this is some great stuff.
Some very specific stuff.
Yeah, it's a very specific kind of fandom that would enjoy this stuff, but it looks absolutely spectacular. Again, that Hot Rod / Chun Li set is the bee's knees for me. I pre-ordered this, so it should be arriving soon. It's coming from Robot Kingdom, so it takes a little slower because it's coming from that end of the world. But I mean, I can't wait for this. This stuff looks great. You could still buy it right now. I know that Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source. Hey, free plug for all you guys if you're listening. Robot Kingdom, Hobby Link Japan, Chosen Prime, Toy Dojo, and Ages 3 and Up. They all have it to buy. Definitely pick them up. They're really cool stuff, and mostly support it because that way they can make more. And we did a podcast in the past where we talked about who else we would like to see if this line continued. So be sure to dig in the archives to find that one. I'll link it in the description too if you people can't find it. But this is really cool stuff. What do you think of it?
I think it's a team up that I've never would have thought at all that they would have done. It just seems like so far into the spectrums, but the fact that they made it work, the fact that they gave it a really nice packaging to celebrate Street Fighter's 30th year, that's the one thing that we have to remember too. And just to put all that info on the back and then showing off the poses that these characters can do. So it's just saying that we've come a long way with TFs and how they're designed, basically saying that, okay, we feel confident enough that your toys that you have now, they can do the moves from these video games. And I think that's pretty badass.
Yeah, that is. And it's something that I remember way back in the day, like some of the very first Street Fighter merchandise in America was those G.I. Joe Street Fighters. And I remember getting those G.I. Joe Street Fighters, and G.I. Joes are very articulated toys.
Yeah.
Some of the best articulated toys of that era. And, having those toys, and, I owned M. Bison, and my sister had Chun Li, and us reenacting those poses with those toys specifically. And the irony is, here we are reenacting it with G.I. Joe figures, some of the best posability that you could have in action figures. And now we're seeing it done with Transformer toys that, from all accounts, should not possess that. Always usually the opposite, the most blockiest and limited of toys. And yet here we have, Shoryuken Rodimus, Hurricane Kick Rodimus. I mean, again, that Arcee is just the best thing ever in the world. I can't stress enough. Just like if there's like the MVP of this entire line, it's definitely that Chun Li. But it's some great stuff. And I saw an absolutely amazing image that a Japanese person posted on my Twitter. They took, because the thing is that all the Headmaster based ones, specifically Ken, Bison, and Rodimus here, which is Ken, which is Rodimus, Ryu, and Bison. All of them are human characters with skin tone faces, because the Arcee doesn't have a Headmaster gimmick. One of them took the Ryu, and they put the Ryu inside the recent Pretender armors. And what it did is it gave it a flesh-colored face, which is what it should have had to begin with, right? And so if you want to have like your Metal Hawk that has the flesh-colored face, so it looks like an actual Pretender Metal Hawk, you put one of these headmasters in it, and it pulls that off. I'm going to try to find the image, but it was some really cool stuff. Like, so that's another really cool thing, is because we've yet to have one of these little Prime Masters that has a flesh-colored head. It's always been the robotic heads with all the robotic colors. So now you put one of these Prime Masters with a flesh-colored head inside the Pretender bodies, and it has a flesh-colored face, and it looks spectacular. So it looks great. I think it was the Ryu was used specifically for Metal Hawk, but it looks great. I'm really excited for these when they come. I'm gonna try to take some nice photos of them when they arrive, and I'll post them on my Twitter, because I mean that Chun Li is just amazing.